Hello there. Welcome to week 3, module 3. Again, if you haven't already, please be sure to go into the course syllabus and assignments tab and mark both the syllabus and deliverables checklist as reviewed. And speaking of the deliverables checklist, you need to have completed. And again, if you haven't done these, you can still go back and do them. There's no penalty for late work. However, by 2/21, so by Tuesday at midnight, you need to have submitted at least one assignment and logged in to Blackboard, or else the college policy kicks in and you will be dropped from the course. So most of you don't have to worry about that right now, but if you do, please be sure to, at the very least, mark the syllabus as reviewed. Now, going back to module 1 and module 2, you want to be sure to watch those videos and complete all of those assignments, particularly as we head into module 3. This will be a relatively short video. We don't have a heck of a lot to do this week. However, if you have not done the Clifton Strengths Finder assessment, you do need to do that in order to complete some of the assignments for module 3. So let's get right to it. Modules, and then we'll scroll down to module 3, strengths. And then the first thing you'll see are a couple of the Strengths Finder resources. There's a Strengths Essentials workbook, which again, you don't have to complete. You can click on that. It's a little PDF, actually a Google Doc, it looks like. And you can scroll down and read through some of that if you like, to kind of supplement what you've already done with your strengths. But again, you're not obligated to do that. There's another link, Applying Strengths in Academics, and we'll be looking at this in more detail, I believe, in Module 4. But here it is. You can take a look at that and find whatever your 5 strengths were, or just click on one. Your number 1 strength, my number 1 is learner. So how do I apply that in my academic life and with study techniques, relationships, class selection, and extracurricular activities? So these are each specific to whatever the strength is. So there'll be a slightly different. So anyway, that's information as well that you can read through and apply some of your strengths knowledge. But again, in Module 4, you'll revisit that, that website. Okay, so your first assignment, let me go back over here real quick to the deliverables. For Module 3, we only have 5 items actually to complete. The first one is the discussion board, which we'll go through in a second, and then you'll have more Strengths Finder information to put in as well. And then to go along with the strengths, there is a little journal reflection as well. Okay, and then you're also going to do a smarter measure assessment, which I'll go through that with you in a moment. And then there's a moment of meaning capstone project outline. So let's go back and look at the first one, module 3, discussion board, sources of motivation and strengths. What motivates you each day? So this has to do with not only what you discovered regarding your strengths and how they apply to you, but also what sources of motivation up to this point in now entering into week 3, and even prior to you taking this course, you probably have a pretty good idea of how to answer these 5 questions. So again, as with any of the discussion boards, you can click it. It'll take you to the discussion board area. Okay. Looks like some of you have already started this. That's great. So again, if we click that and open it up, we can click create thread and then copy and paste these questions right into here. And then you can answer those. So I'll show you again. You can either copy and paste the entire thing or just these 5 questions. Let's see. There we go. Control C. Again, in Blackboard, usually it's easier to use the Control C and Control V. And there you go. And then you can just type right in, hit submit, and you're good to go. Yeah, let's go back into modules. Module 3. So that's your first item of business for this particular module. And then you're going to want to come down and upload your Clifton Strength Finder assessment results. And again, once you've completed your Strengths Finder, if you've already done it, you should have your login information and you can go back in. You may have already downloaded this, but there's one item called the Strengths Insight Guide. And you're going to want to click that and open that. And really, you don't necessarily need to submit this Strengths Insight PDF into this Dropbox. You mainly need to answer the questions associated with it. So here they are here. So again, you can copy. And you can either put them in a Word doc or a Google Doc. You can even click Write Submission for this one if you'd like. At this point, I would think all of you know how to use a Dropbox, so you choose how you want to do it. Okay, so answer one question from this list. So any of these 3 questions, you can answer all of them if you'd like, and then one question from this group. Okay, and then hit submit. And again, you can do that in a Word document if you'd like. So that's the second item of business that you need to complete this week. And again, if you haven't done the Clifton Strengths Finder yet, you'll want to go back into Module 2. You can find that. And I also have along the side in your tabs area, a Strengths sign-in link. So you can click, that'll take you directly to the Clifton Strengths Finder sign-in. Okay. All right, and that leads us, actually, I'm gonna go right into the journal, Strengths Reflection. Again, as with all of the journals, you have options. So with this, again, there were 34 themes and 5 of them based on your answers to the questions. You had 5 of the top 34. So what I need you to do for your journal is to answer these questions here. Again, you can copy and paste those right in to the journal itself and answer those questions. Okay. So again, you have your strengths. And that's it for that. Again, most of you have been doing your journals, but I'll click that, open it up so you can see. Control C to copy that. Then you just come up here and click Create Journal Entry. And you can type in strengths for the title and then your first and last name if you'd like, and then Control V to paste it, and then you can start typing right and hit Post Entry. So that's it for that particular checkoff. Okay, and then the next item of business is the Smarter Measure Assessment. Now, there's a link right here that'll take you out to it. I also have a link right here that'll take you to the same place. So if you come back in, you don't have to go all the way through into the modules and click 3 or 4 times to finally get to here. And where was that again? I don't remember. You just have to go into your Blackboard home page and find the link along the toolbar. Okay. So the Smarter Measure assessment takes anywhere from 25 minutes up to maybe 40 minutes. So you want to make sure you set aside around a half an hour of time to complete this assessment. It's going to ask you a series of questions regarding your comfort level with typing, with technology. It'll ask you some questions about learning styles, so you can just answer those as honestly as you can. Click that. Okay, it looks like a couple of you have completed it. Griffin, I'm going to use you as an example just on this home page, but you can see it says print or download report. So once you've completed it, this is what you're going to want to print or download, okay? So you can generate the report. You can just do the summary if you'd like. You can do them both. Doesn't matter to me, whatever you'd like. Okay, so it'll download those. Okay. And then you would come back in here to the reflection. And this is a spot where you're going to browse your local files, go to your downloads, and then you'd find your item. And again, I used Griffin as our example since he's already completed it. Okay. And then once you get here, answer one question from the life factor question and one factor from the personal attributes section. So the assignment sheet is going to be in here. So again, you just want to answer one question from each of these sections. And there are a couple other items that it talks about regarding learning style, reading skills. But again, you want to answer one of those questions from each section. And then respond to one of the prompts under the learning style, reading skills, technical knowledge, and keyboarding sections. So answer one of these questions from life factors, one from individual attributes, then learning styles. So it says list your dominant learning style. You may have more than one. So you may be a kinesthetic or hands-on. You may be more of an audio or a visual learning style or read write. Describe a strategy you can use to help you that is consistent with your learning style. Then reading skills asks you, prompts you with a couple of questions, as well as technology and keyboarding. Okay, so be sure to answer those questions. Again, any one of these four, and then each of these categories here. Okay, so and I would do that in a Word doc or a Google Doc, and then you'll also want to submit that in here as well. So you'll have 2 items to submit: your original results report, and then your answers to the following questions. Okay. All right, pretty straightforward, I think. Okay, Smarter Measure. And again, you can get directly to that sign in here. This is what it'll look like. You'll be a first-time user more than likely, so log in as a first-time user. If you started it and didn't finish it, then you would log in as a returning user. Or if you started it, finished it, and are ready to do the assignment, but you didn't download the PDF, obviously you'd log in as a returning user. Okay, So that is Smarter Measure. Back to modules. Now, the last thing you're going to want to do this week is a rough draft. It's basically a check-in for your capstone moment of meaning project. Again, if you scroll up to the side, I have a link on the toolbar here for moment of meaning. So you can click that. That has all of the info you need as well. Some examples as well as the expectations. Okay. So basically what I want you to do at this point is come in here, 50 points, and you can even just, there we go. You can click write submission and just tell me a little bit about, just give me a brief 3 to 5 sentence update on what you're thinking regarding your moment of meaning. Maybe you haven't thought about it yet and you're still in the process of figuring it out. Maybe this checkpoint is getting you to think about it and go back through all of the options. Most students do some sort of a reflection of Gateway to Success. They do a reflection of their own kind of journey to get here, academically, personally, both, whatever you choose. You can also discuss the program that you are seeking or enrolled in, and a little bit about why you kind of a past, present, future. What got you to Gateway to choose the program you're in? What do you expect to gain while at Gateway within that program? And lastly, what the future outlook is regarding your employment and skills necessary to be successful in whatever that chosen field is. You can do a PowerPoint, you can do or a slideshow, you can do a Word document, reflection, 3 to 5 paragraphs. You could do a short Snapchat type video. You have Zoom. You could do a little Zoom recording. So anyway, just this is just a checkpoint. It's not due till the end of our time together in about 4 weeks or so. But if you know what you're going to do or have a pretty good idea, just drop a line in the right submission. And that's all you need to do. And then hit submit. Okay. So module 3, strengths, is pretty cut and dry, pretty straightforward. You don't have a lot of work to do necessarily. If you've already completed the strengths finder, that's 90% of the battle. If you haven't completed strengths finder, you need to do that before really proceeding into module 3. Okay, so again, you have a discussion board. You have your signature themes report and answering a couple questions regarding your signature themes. And when it says themes, that's another way of saying strengths. So themes and strengths. And then a little reflection, again, answering these questions at the bottom. And then you want to do your Smarter Measure assessment and then your reflection about the Smarter Measure. And again, there's an assignment sheet that will guide you regarding what to discuss. Okay, and then lastly, just a quick update, a couple of sentences on what you're doing with your moment of meaning. Okay, have a good week, and I'll be checking in with you next Sunday or Monday with Module 4 information. If you have questions, please be sure to email me, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Have a great week, everybody.